Guys, Jason here from Suspension Technologies. We're here doing a freewheeler, replacing the rear shocks. There's been a lot of questions on what to do here. So, number one, when you're lifting the bike, obviously we're fortunate enough to have big K&L lift, but center jack right under the center of the motorcycle towards the rear, obviously strap the front down. Uh, Rear, a secondary jack under the axle just to take a little bit of weight off, and this will make a lot more sense later. You guys don't have to take the body off of these. This one, oddly enough, is equipped with air shocks, as you can see inside, and we're going to go over replacing this here. It's just a couple of bolts and a couple of air lines, nothing crazy. We're going to put some shocks on it. We're going to lift it. No need for a lift kit. You don't need to mess with this bracket. I'm going to show you what you got to do. It's real simple. 3/4 inch ratchet up inside here to the top shock bolt. We'll clip in what one of these looks like without the body on it, so you can see what you're feeling for, because you definitely cannot see what you're doing. Break both bolts loose first. No big deal. When you're doing these top ones, you got to be careful if you're using a ratchet wrench, because you will get it stuck up inside of there. You can only back it out so far with the ratchet wrench. As you can see, there's not a lot of room, but after a couple thousand of them, it's not that big of a deal. All right, so here we have our 14 Trike shocks. This is a standard model going off of the gentleman's weight and the bike, because it is a freewheeler. It's a little bit lighter motorcycle. Don't forget, guys, there's directions in there for these washers. These older bikes with the air shocks, they did not come with this washer, and it is imperative that you put this in and you put it in the right location. It does not go between the bolt and the shock. It goes between the shock and the mount plate where the threads are. So this is the outside. The bolt comes through this way. This washer goes right here. It is depicted in the picture here where it needs to go. Okay, guys, we got the top bolts out, and what you do at this point is go ahead and lower this rear jack down. You now have full access to this rear bolt right here. We have both sides out, and now this guy will just come on out. One of the reasons you got to be careful on these bikes, these long bolts in the top. You don't have a lot of real estate, so once you get so far, you have to use the open-ended wrench up there. But it definitely is easier. Already disconnected my line. The shock comes out that easy. Now we go ahead for the new ones. Thank you, sir. I told you about the washer. But what we're going to do here is we're going to take the top one, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to slide this thing in here, and you're going to reach up in there and get this thing going again back in. And what you want to do is tighten this up. You don't have to send it home yet. You don't have to torque it all the way down, but you want to make it nice and snug. And this is the worst one, so you want to get it out of the way. Okay, guys, so when we get to the bottom bolt, you just go ahead and stick that on there. Sometimes these things need just a little bit of persuasion. Let's see. A little bit more real estate than that. Oh. Alright, let's try this a little different way. Let's see if we can get this in there. We can. Let's go the right way. Last but not least, guys, adjustment on these shocks. You just grab the lower spring right here, depending on what you need to do. You can grab the collar. You see the sticker that we put here in this identifying set screw. You know, softer, stiffer, whatever you need to do. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. Going off of this gentleman's weight, we're going to leave these alone. Last but not least, when you put the wheels on, don't forget to torque them. 100 foot-pounds per Harley-Davidson. Very important. And you'll be all set. Enjoy the ride.